I have my IT persona, and behind that persona is a endless void of anger and sadness as I once again tell the boomer, no, you clicked the wrong button.
See, that's my problem, I guess. I never developed a work persona. My work persona is just me, where you went out into the world and you had to, become Dan Leonard, a guy you entrust with your computer.
I created a work persona, but my work persona is the internet persona, so my work persona isn't like buttoned up. I can be an adult persona. It's like, ha ha ha, Link's coming out his ass. Oh.
Okay, you went the other way, and then in your normal life, Laura, you're like, yes, stock market quite stable.
Yeah.
I have had multiple work personas because my last work persona was in an office that was, for lack of a better term, the most like conservative environment I've ever been in. The thing about ultra-orthodox Jewish communities is that they're not really jokey. I think I heard my boss make one joke in the first 6 months I was working there, but before that, I worked in like a backroom IT environment, which was like very much like fucking around nonsense, to the point where to fit in at one point, because one guy kept freestyle rapping, one day I prepared just a truly cutting battle rap against him that came out of nowhere, and then I simply left the room afterwards, and it was like someone detonated a nuclear bomb.
By comparison, the last time I had a job that involved going into the office was still talking about video games on the internet, but it was like, I would go into an office with like people who were writing about like actual business things, and I'd be like, okay, let's see if I got any post in the mail room. Oh, here's company sent me a big inflatable hammer with their game logo on it, and I'm like looking through these things next to people who are like actually doing proper business. I'm like, this is my important paperwork.
This is also how I found out at that job that my laugh sounds exactly like crying unless you can physically see me.
Anyway, this is a very serious business endeavor that you should support at patreon.com/AustinYorski. I'm going to be real with you. Joa is going to take all the money, but no one told me about the wife knife that wives get when they become wives. I know it's a very closely held secret, but that shit is equipped 24/7. She spawns in with it, and so I need to have her money, or I'm going to be in some serious trouble.
This is why you gotta be in a lesbian marriage, because then you both have the wife knife, and it sort of evens out.
It does seem more balanced that way.
Well, it's mutually assured destruction at that point, because it can be deployed at any time.
Simply transition, and you'll get to defend yourself.
Also, does Joa accidentally injure you a lot? Because Maya does to me, near constantly, to the point where I'm concerned that it might not be an accident at times.
I was gonna say, there's nothing accidental about it. She has a special move where she puts both kneecaps out and leaps at me and tries to hit me with maximum concentrated force. She thinks it's very funny because I'm basically invincible. So, yep.
Quinn, what are your special moves?
Yeah. Right now, I'm still really bothered that you brought up us wishing you a happy birthday, but only at the end of your birthday. And now I'm like, what? Was I supposed to wake up with you and wish you happy birthday? What do you
got
want
my
from me?
ass at 8 a.m. Brennan was there for me. He was my boy. You came in at like 10 o'clock at night after I'd already said I had like a birthday dinner. That's what you see everybody else saying. Oh, they wished him happy birthday. Now I'm going to just quickly throw this in there.
Yeah, well, you know what? I tried to get you a gift on Steam, but you aren't my friend on Steam, so I couldn't. So how about that?
Wait, hold on. I think I am your friend on Steam.
Well, if you are, you're not one of the two nicknames that I casually know you as by online.
My name is Dan on Steam.
Dan, there's like 400 billion Dans in the world. You gotta give me more than that.
Quinn, I'm looking at my Steam account right now, and I see Rolo T right there.
Okay, well, I have a lot of friends. I'm sorry, so I would have appreciated more than just Dan.
So you don't wish me happy birthday, and then you brag about your number of friends. You know what? I'm back to being immature. You have disadvantage.
Dan, I'm literally looking at an open package in my living room, which is full of gifts we have for you. But Joa's, ADHD mode means that it'll be there in a couple months probably. So we got like halfway through it. I think you'll enjoy it when it arrives eventually.
Yeah, it's going to be sent to the state capitol in New Jersey. She's assuming it'll just kind of make the way to me eventually. We have like a show. Hi, Dan Leonard, patreon.com, Dan Leonard. Quinn, Laura, you got stuff
Hey, me, Laura K. Buzz. Please give me money over on patreon.com/Laura K. Buzz so I can make videos about accessibility and afford to pay my fucking rent.
And to sharpen the wife knife. Quinn, are you going to get a wife knife soon? I'm pressuring you. You got to get one of them. They're really sharp.
I ideally, but kind of out of my control, at least to some extent, right?
No, that's the thing.
Oh, wait, I can make him do anything, right?
That's how it happened to me.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm going to get on that. In the meantime, you can help me buy Dan a birthday gift over at patreon.com/weekly manga recap. Or I guess just take whatever you were going to give me and give it to Dan over at patreon.com/Dan Leonard, I believe, or Dan, the smell man. I don't know.
It needs to go to Quinn first. So, Patreon gets their middleman cut because then she's giving me the gift. It doesn't count if you just send it directly to me.
I hate all your birthday rolls. They're so annoying.
God, I keep thinking about the crab I ate that night. Anyway, we got like a show to do here. I have prose to read, guys. I've prepared things, so please don't you scream or cry. You can come, I guess, but that shows appreciation. Anyway. We see the moon. Its baleful light piercing the canopy of the forest below like silvery knives. A beast stalks these woods. Predator without peer, its prey all who it encounters. A forked tongue tastes the air. A feast is near. All right, and that's all I got. So what are you guys doing? Where are you at? Where are you talking? Where are you decompressing after the last episode?
It would be way funnier to put that at the beginning, so it translates into or transitions into 6 minutes of us talking about your birthday after that.
Well, now you have to do it, but you also have to leave this part in explaining the joke.
Oh, that's too much work now. Where's our hangout spot? We need somewhere where the nights can chill out and have malted milkshakes and so forth.
Well, we don't want anything too spooky to happen to us while we're hanging out, so it has to be somewhere that's well lit. So I assume some kind of idol show, I guess. I was trying to think of a place with a lot of lights, and that was the first thing that came to mind.
I was gonna suggest the New Jersey classic, the 1950s diner, but I guess there are Halloween idols in this universe. Who are you? Let me look up idols. I don't know anything about this.
It's Hatsmune Miku.
Oh my God, yes.
Wow, that would have been really embarrassing if we missed that one. The commenters would have gotten our fucking asses.
There we go. I've earned my paycheck for the day.
Is this a property that Baron owns? I assume because Desiree doesn't have any real estate holdings, but you can presumably own some sort of big pumpkin amphitheater.
100%. I want to believe that Hatsmune Miku is some sort of automated performance the way that Hatsune Miku is, because the Baron has realized if you can have an automated performance, you don't have to pay the performers. You don't have to anything that reduces the number of people who want to be paid for what they're doing. That just means it's pure profit for people. It also means free entry for us to come hang out here.
I would have assumed that you're sort of just abusing an endless cavalcade of young harvestkin, and when one of them dies, you just put a different one in the wig and you send him out there.
You know what? I think that's great. That's wonderful. Exactly. Also, all of the lyrics are slowly indoctrinating the audience into capitalism.
Well, that's just what idols are generally, anyway.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's just the actual pop industry. Is Hatsmune Creepu anything?
That might be
better,
something.
yes.
That might be something. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you established in your character episode that you're also taking the pumpkin fluid transmissions, like the billionaire Brian Johnson. So you also can literally just be like Capri Sunning these fools when you're done with them.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my!
Wonderful.
That's why they're dying, because you keep sucking their juices out, and then you need to get a new one.
To give slightly better flavor for this, if we are having a meeting somewhere, maybe this isn't in the crowd of the Hatsmune Creepu show. This is like this is like
it's in her trailer.
This is like the private box. This is we got the private room. We don't have to be there with the riffraff.
You can see Dr. Cheezer's below with like the sticks that light up that they do the dances with. He's a big fan.
Okay, first order of business, my fellow spooky friends. The night nights or the nighty nights? Which one do you think is like a tougher, cooler sound?
I'm not going to say that it's like a cooler sound, but the nighty nights I do think like it differentiates the two words well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to think about branding.
Yeah.
And the Helionite brand is already so strong. I feel like we're coming in at a disadvantage. So if we can, make you smile, because nighty is kind of a fun, silly word, that I feel like that helps a lot.
Yeah, plus theirs isn't even like a pun. It's just a thing.
Yeah. Pussies.
Ours is more clever. They suck. Moons suck. Or sun suck.
All right, so I assume that Baron, you told Jack King of the Patch what happened at the farm. We don't need to quibble about the details there. Okay, so I guess everyone's waiting for me to talk because my boss, the Koffel, sent the skin monster that tore off your face, Sweet Stitches. I'm so sorry about that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Important note for the audience. Remember, Stiorra has no face.
I am. While I would love my character just brazenly walking around without a face, I guess I actually could. This is Halloween town. I was like, to not offend anybody or to do anything. I was thinking of wearing like a cool black wedding veil kind of thing over my face. But maybe I just raw dog it because it's, this is Halloween town. This might be a point of pride here to get de-skinned a little bit.
I mean, it would be an incredible continuation of the Nope reference if you were a faceless woman wearing a black veil, if you'll recall a haunted image from that.
Oh my God, yes!
Literally happens exactly, but...
Quick side note, I was looking at Hatsune Miku song names to be like, what one makes a good Hatsmune Creepu, parody name. One of the ones I saw, really early in the list was a song called Bacterial Contamination, which just seems like it already works.
Also, it doesn't really fit the brand as I'm aware of it. Is she singing about,
Yeah, I was gonna say...
No, but I apparently stumbled upon Bacterial Contamination by Hatsune Miku. The one that I know off the top of my head is Miku Miku Beam, the one in which she does a countdown and a big beam happens.
Unfortunately, it's a real beam in this universe. There's always a body count at these shows.
Yeah, this arena has a beam
Yeah.
hole so the beam can go through.
Exactly. They're playing Creepu Beam.
This sounds more like a Cannibal Corpse song, Bacterial Contamination, but maybe their music's harder in this universe. Anyway, I tell everybody, catch up, definitely just the characters, not the players, about my suspicions about the Koffel, which is that as a amalgam of a bunch of liches, I had a reason to believe their change in behavior recently is because they absorbed a much more evil lich. Imagine if it was made up of a bunch of liches that were all numbers, and all the numbers were pretty close together, so they averaged out to a neutral, and then they absorbed one lich that was way higher or way lower, and it threw off the average.
That lich was an outlier. It shouldn't have been, put in the average, but...
Yeah, like Spider's George.
The evil mean's gotten much more ridiculous since then.
And this figure, who we didn't have a name for, identified itself, or, the skin identified the skin monster. This season is hard to talk about because it sounds like I'm doing Mad Libs. The skin monster identified the source as, quote, skin, bones, and bloody meat, which I have written in my notes as Spababum. So apparently Spababum has taken over the Koffel, and you might think, oh no, your boss is evil. Surely, Desiree, you will turn against them and take them down. I gotta tell you, not my problem. It's just super is not my problem if my boss is evil.
Look, as long as it stays beneficial, what does it matter? Good, evil, they're just terms that try and stop you from making the best deal available in a given situation.
Now, I will make the note here. So far, the Koffel has taken actions that have directly fucked over, the Baron's faction. So if the Baron cares about that or not, you feel free to feel any sort of way about that.
How aware are you? You're not hiding any of this from the Baron, right?
No, that's the thing is Jack King of the Patch is my boy, and so I would leak this information to him if the Baron didn't exist, but you exist, so you're just going to tell him. Like, that's just already fine. In the same way that if you're a soldier and your military does something extremely evil, say blow up a school full of 160 children, a lot of soldiers feel bad about that, but they're not going to do anything, you know? Like, they're going to work the next day. That's how I feel. That's how Desiree feels about this.
I'm not going to judge you. Do what you gotta, what you gotta do that's going to work for you. If I end up working a little counter to that, I hope you'll forgive me the same, if we all gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah, if the Koffel got a new boss who was like a demon that ate the souls of, everyone else in the world or whatever, I'd be like, damn, that sucks. And then I would go to work because I do have to raise my beautiful son, my large son, who you all haven't met yet. And I'm excited to talk about more.
Yeah, how's my nephew doing, or my cousin?
So the child is not there, right?
No, I'm expecting that this episode has minimal on-screen sun because like the whole next arc is going to be sun-centric for me. So you'll get plenty of sun.
We're saying the word sun too much in this season. It's getting confusing.
It's just too much fun to talk about my large son, whom I love.
I was planning to speak to Roger from the pack, maybe try to get a feel for where he stands on all this, since if we do intend to do anything to stop the Koffel, we do want to get a gauge for where everyone's sitting at.
Yeah, and I assume you're going to tell your mom and thus the Reanimators Guild about this situation, so it's not going to be a secret in any real sense.
Yeah, I left her a note on the table. She'll see it eventually. I'm not going back there right now. I got to get a new face first.
I don't know. It's kind of working. I feel like the musculature in the in the hole kind of makes the outside of your face pop, if that makes sense.
I appreciate it, but my mom worked really hard on my face. I've got to get a new one.
Okay. Well, I would accept you even if you didn't have a face.
I would call this a new face. It is a face in some senses of the term.
That's true, but like, think of all the cool things faces can have that like musculature doesn't have. Like,
yeah, but think of all the cool things you can do with a face without skin that you couldn't do with skin. Maybe it was holding you back.
That is possible. My body does tend to hold me back at times, which is why I sewed a tentacle into my stomach. I'll show you it later. It's cool.
Surely that's just going to make it easier for your body to hold you back. It now has an extra limb to hold you back with.
Maybe I need to be stopped a little bit.
Baron, we need to have these meetings on Vampire Night when they spray the crowd with all the blood, like in Blade. That's my favorite nights that you host here.
Oh yes. I'll let you know. Next time we can plan it for either we can do it for Blood Night. We can do it for chasing the poor with a pitchfork night. That's a pretty fun one. Let me know. I'll make sure the room's booked out for whatever night suits us.
Can we do like a bobblehead night, but instead of giving people bobbleheads, I just sew really big heads onto people and they're the bobbleheads for the night?
That sounds delightful. Wonderful. I do picture the Baron sometimes coming along to events here in a very Julius Caesar thumbs up, thumbs down kind of manner, just like watching from above.
Also, I promised my friend Beautiful Bessie the Infinipig that you would put on a private show for her with the latest Hatsmune a Creepu. After you're done with this one's kind of, it's got some brown spots. I think I'm pretty much ready to harvest.
It's starting to spoil.
Hatsune Miku has some, like, fucking supervillain type songs. And,
right?
I guess, she's been around for quite a while, so, a lot of people have written a lot of things. But I'm seeing shit like, the world is mine, and then becoming potatoes. So two very different vibes here.
You see what I mean about bacterial contamination? Doesn't seem so odd now you're looking at the list, huh?
Well, I'm sorry, become potatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a song that comes up when you search Hatsune Miku songs.
Okay, I'm seeing a list now. Hammer smashed face, devoured by vermin, make them suffer, a skull full of maggots. Yeah, it's pretty intense.
I was curious, now because I searched up Hatsune Miku Rogues Gallery, and apparently there are evil Hatsune Mikus. There's a Zatsune Miku called the Dark Miku. Apparently a fan-made anti-Miku.
Oh, okay, this is like the Sonic the Hedgehog wiki where it's always like, yeah, this is Sean the Aardvark, and he has time control powers.
Fuck, I loved going on the Sonic fandom wiki in high school because you could see people that were writing fanfic about other people's fanfic characters. That'd be like, my character's like the best friend and the wife of this character, and you'd go to that other character's page and there's not a single mention of them. It's great. It was like fan fiction incest. I don't know how to smoothly get this in here, but I have a YouTube music search up right now for just the word penis music, and you know what? It's a bop, and maybe that's what Hatsune Miku is playing.
Okay, we did a great job here. Does anybody else have any thing to say at the first meeting of the Nighty Nights before we split off for our downtime scenes? I feel like I dominated the conversation.
Do we want a catchphrase? Like, time to go nighty night. That's our recruitment slogan.
I mean, we gotta go with the classic, the moon will punish you, right?
Oh. Can we still call ourselves the Moon Mommies every so often?
Of course. It's in the name of the moon will punish you. It's the Sailor Moon one.
Fighting, do-gooders by moonlight. Not being around during daylight.
Daylight, I don't know what that is.
The concert is soon coming to the end. Moonsune Creepu has thrown her wig into the snake into the crowd. Dr. Cheezers is fighting for it. He's really getting in there.
Can I help my brother win somehow?
Yeah, we're all casting enhance ability on him. We're casting weakness spells on all the other people. We're casting slow on them.
And as this happens, Austin, a letter is flown over to you by 6 bumblebees.
Oh, fuck. I try to eat the bumblebees out of the air.
Okay, give me a dexterity check to grab the bumblebees and eat them.
Can I share a quick bumblebee fact I have nowhere else to share? When they sting you,
Absolutely.
if you're patient, they can untwirl themselves and unstick their stingers without pulling their guts out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the thing I learned I had nowhere to tell.
Dexterity saving throw 18.
You grab the bees out of the air. You have said repeatedly you don't have the mouth parts to eat them, though.
Yeah.
So are you emulsifying them and then mixing them into your drink? What's happening?
I think I'm just trying to crush them up with whatever mouth parts I can, probably getting stung in the process. It's just pure spite. She didn't think it through. She just sees a bee and she just hears the Kill Bill sirens.
So they've delivered this letter to you. Will you read it?
It would be funny to say no, but I assume it's in my best interest. Yeah, I guess she'll read it. If anything, just she get opportunity to respond sassily to Queenie Golden Blossom.
Yeah. So you open this letter. It's sealed with the Queenie's royal signature. It's instead of wax, it's like solidified honey over the envelope to keep it closed. And you open it up, and it says, "Dear Desiree, thank you so much for ruining those children's lives. You've given me I was hoping they would just simply die out there, but you've given me perfect blackmail material against their family, thus solidifying my hold for even further over New Leon. Thank you so much for your gross incompetence. P.S. And now I'm going to need you to make a saving throw here. Let's see. As you trigger the warding glyph by reading this.
Incredible.
Where is the thing here? Constitution saving throw.
Hell yeah. I would honestly have been a little disappointed if there's no tricks or traps to it. 15.
Okay. So I needed a 16 here. As the I need a saving throw from all three of you.
Wait, which one? What saving throw stat?
Constitution.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about the bomb.
Ooh, I have a good roll to that.
12.
16.
All right. So everyone but Stiorra. You read the final line that says, P.S. You stink, and Stinking Cloud is immediately cast on you, poisoning you, causing violent retching and reeling as you throw up over the edge of the box into the crowd below.
Okay, they love it. They're going fucking crazy.
Yeah, she just fucking hates you. So that's the fucking Queenie update. She just wanted to rub it in your face that she's still doing good and wanted to make you vomit.
Technically, she's right. You do stink now by the nature of the warding glyph.
At least the seats underneath our box are some of the cheap seats. So it's not like I threw up on anyone important.
Stiorra, next you need to get your nose replaced with some sort of talon or like tusk or something. I don't think you need to be smelling things anymore. It's not helping you. It's not adding to our combat capabilities.
I agree. I should find a replacement for that as soon as possible. Let me know if you see any kind of nose-shaped beak or talon anywhere.
All right, and as the party vomits violently as the show comes to an end, we fade out of this scene and we fade back in to my beautiful prose. We see the squire, young, blunt, unsharpened by the horrors yet to come, an easy meal. The beast lurks in the shadows, primed to strike, every inch of its body a perfect tool for a single task, killing. It begins. Like an arrow, it seeks the squire's heart. Then, the beast's world becomes fire. All right, Desiree, who are you talking to today? What's going on? What's up with you?
Well, I have to speak to a powerful mother figure to prepare for the next chapter of my life, so...
My mommy, Lucy Leonard.
No. I'm going to speak to Doctor Doris Delightful. I'm taking Quinn's NPC. I tried to do it last downtime because I'm a chaos monster, but I needed to see her about my Gooch and Grundle situation.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, you're getting it increased in size. You're getting a transplant.
Him's penis broke, as we'll all recall. Last time we had a Doctor Doris Delightful scene. It was in a nice operating theater. I'm looking for something more baroque. Can we be in the room with the big, antenna that goes up into the sky to catch lightning, with all the fucked up experiments and stuff? This is the not for public consumption lab, and I'm up on a table in the stirrups, and I'm like, give it to me straight, Doc. How's my gooch?
So you're in like one of her lab settings. Something I'll note is that in this lab, you can see that there is like a running around like the roof of this room and leading out further into the larger building and the other labs and doctors' offices here is these large tubes containing some sort of mildly opaque liquid with a metal wire running through it, and every like half second or so it pulses with electricity, and then every so often throughout the building this pulsing will increase rapidly for a short period of time and then stop and go back to this sort of consistent pace, but it's never ceasing at all. And the rest of this room, there's backup livers, replacement penises, things of this nature, whatever you might need for a doctor's visit. Dr. Delightful comes from behind out of her office. I think today she's some sort of, I'm gonna say like anglerfish type creature, and by that I mean she's like a woman's head on top of a dangling antenna with like a bunch of bat wings and ears attached to her.
Oh, that's good.
And she goes, oh well, Desiree, I don't really know why you're in the stirrups for your sonogram, but should I begin here, or do you have any questions first?
It just makes me more comfortable, Doc. I just feel like this is very where I need to be medically speaking. I didn't go to school like you. Do I have any questions? Yeah, can you get this stink off me? A completely wretched bitch stink bombed me.
Well, let's see here. And she goes over to the medical eye wash station and just kind of hoses you down briefly in it. I think this would have already passed by now. Oh yeah, it disperses after one round. So she gets the residual fart gas off of you.
It's more of a psychological thing, Doctor Delightful. I just feel stinky and I don't like it.
Well, you know what they say. You how you feel is how you are. Except when you're not. I'm not a therapist. That's not really my medical practice. I do the body stuff.
If I come to you for brain stuff, it'll be getting an additional brain. Maybe to put where my grundle used to be because I smashed it.
Oh, have you seen Stiorra's second brain? Oh, it's so lovely. I'm so happy for her.
Yeah, I'm sorry. that Stiorra got her face ripped off. It's my bad. I wanted to come apologize to you personally, 'cause I know you trust me with her, and I really feel really bad about all that. I did my best, but sometimes, they're always sticking their faces into skin monsters.
Oh, well, people are going to scrape their knees and get their faces degloved. These things happen. There's nothing to worry about. So now let me check you out and give you your sonogram. And as I said, she's like a big, bat anglerfish monster right now. She gets up close to you. She puts on her stethoscope and then lets out an ear-piercing scream and then goes, okay. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Just the bad news. I don't even need the good news, honestly. I'm feeling so great about my large son. I think the good news will just disappoint me by comparison.
You see Dr. Cheezers slowly, his eyes turn downcast as he drops the crayon picture of his best friend Stiorra and Desiree on the ground.
No, Dr. Cheezers, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Well, the bad news is your eggs, they're scrambled.
Damn. Are you sure they're scrambled? Or maybe they're just poached or over easy?
Let me check again. And she lets out another ear-piercing scream. She goes, "Oh yeah, they're gooed up real bad."
I think maybe they're just steamed, like they do at Starbucks, where they have the little egg bites. We could just reconstitute them.
She puts a hand on your shoulder and goes, "Look, I know this is hard to hear, dearie, but maybe you should see this as an opportunity. You'll have more time to invest in your new large chud son."
Yeah, but if I fuck this one up, if he's a loser like all the other ones, then I don't get any more chances. It's easy for you to say. You have Stiorra. Your kid doesn't fucking suck.
Give me a insight check.
Okay, let's see. Insight. Oh, I'm good at that. Beep, bop, beep, beep. This is me filling space. 23. Dr. Doris, I read you like an open book.
You can see, not when you talk about Stiorra, but when you specifically say you have a kid that doesn't suck, there is a momentary wince. Something about that gets to her. Maybe she thinks that maybe she's upset, that you're leaving at Dr. Cheezer's. You're not sure of the specifics without asking her about it. But either way, it hurts her a bit when you say this. But she then, she follows up with what you're saying with, dearie, can I give you a word of advice, mother to mother?
Oh, that's what I came for. I kind of already intuited that my Pimbus was smashed. I'm glad you confirmed it, but mostly I'm here for your...
Yeah, by hanging on by a thread there, dearie.
Yeah, but I mushed my whole gymnast up, so I was hoping mostly that you would tell me how to make a child Stiorra-like instead of, cucumber-like or, whatever my stupid children are named.
You gotta lay off her, dearie. Or, well, not her, him. The little grubby wubby.
You mean let them left to their own devices to just, crawl around in the dirt?
She takes off her glasses from her hanging lantern antenna head and starts licking it with the big bat mouth on her legs? Sure, let's go with legs.
We're in the mind palace, Dan. Anything can be true.
And she goes, I've been around for a long time, and I've got a fair bit of experience with this, and I've made my fair share of mistakes over the years. And the best advice I can give you is that the harder you're gonna push, the worse you're gonna make a situation. at best you can just kind of prepare them for the world and help them along, but you bend them too hard, eventually they're gonna break.
I mean, maybe there's more of your past that I don't know, Doctor Doris Delightful, but it seems like you're pretty hands-on.
I'm a very colorful character.
Yeah. It seems like you're pretty hands-on with Dr. Cheezers and Stiorra. They both followed you into the medical field. You know, you work together sometimes. Like, you're pretty, involved. Do you have a bunch of children I don't know about that are out there, conquering the world because you left them to their playtime?
So you can see, I'll give you from that 23, when you say, do you have other children out there? There's a wince, so you can take that as you will.
And I will.
But she kind of ignores that part of your question and goes back to the earlier thing about, helping, they followed you into the field. And she says, well, I didn't push that on them, right? Stiorra and Cheezers, they chose this. I gave them the options, when they first waked up on, things that they could do, and they picked what they would, and I wanted to support them. But if, Stiorra wanted to go out there and master soccer with the 6,000 legs attached to her body so she could truly never get a goal past her, then I would have been perfectly happy for her. And if Dr. Cheezers wanted to go into the restaurant business, well, I would have probably said that's a bad idea. Most fail in the first year. But, I would have still wanted to support him.
Aw. I mean, I've had a number of chances at this. I've had 7 children, I think. I was hoping to get 7 more. I'm still kind of coming to grips with that sudden life change. But some of them I tried really hard to make them the ultimate weapon, and they, just left the country to go join a cult, or they became losers and artists or whatever. Same thing. But other times, I was like, oh yeah, definitely free range grub, do whatever you want, explore all your emotions. And I feel like that didn't work either. Is it me? Am I the problem?
I think of it like this, if I might use a medical analogy. Have you ever heard of the 4 humors?
Yeah, blood, black blood, yellow blood, green blood.
Well, I think there's bile and phlegm in there, but you got the gist of it. They gotta all be in balance, and what I'm hearing from you is that you kind of went full bore one way or the other.
Oh my god, you're saying I have to find some sort of average, some sort of fucking balance, like with the Koffel? I gotta find the right mix of liches so they're not evil? So fucking annoying. Why can't they just raise themselves? Could you implant something in my large chud son that'll make him cool? Could you give him like an
really ice cube? Yeah, I could probably do that.
Maybe we'll come back after I figured out what his strengths and weaknesses are, and then we'll equip him with like a chainsaw arm and a jetpack or something. Dan and I recorded a whole hour-long episode that's in the same feed, so if you want to deep dive into my large chud son, we've talked about this a lot. But for my level up scene as a level 9 ranger, I am changing my subclass to Grim Harbinger, which means I am losing all of the Gloomstalker stuff like psychic damage and being fast and stealthy, and what I can do now is summon something called a Grim, which of course for me is my grub, which is my large son Barbeau. And we're going to talk a lot about what Barbeau does, but mostly piss me off right now. That's this. I feel like make me annoyed and frustrated as he disappoints me over and over again.
Welcome to having children.
Now, would you like a lull eye pop for your large chud son Barbeau? Speaking of, we got to get him in here for his pediatrician visit.
Yeah, you got to check him over. His coloration's really weird. It's a nice blue, but not really the family blue. I think maybe putting him inside of a organic spaceship may have messed with his, humors. I think he might have some different chemicals in there. Yeah, we're gonna take 6 eye pops.
Okay, yeah, she reaches into a jar and pulls out 6 eyeballs that are just kind of skewered on toothpicks for you to. Again, you don't have the mouth parts for this, so I guess you're.
He drinks the juice.
Okay, yeah, he's licking it up. Is that all you want to do here, or you want to say, or anything you want to set up for the future, or things of this nature? Any roles you want to make?
So I know that she's gotten the lowdown about her last mission from Stiorra, but I guess in character I'll just ask her, do the words skin, bones, and bloody meat mean anything to you? All capital first letters there, like a title?
She rolled like shit. She looks at you and goes, I can't really say that I do. I work with all those things. Do you need skin, bones, or bloody meat?
I mean, I'm going to at some point, definitely, just given the nature of my work. But no, I realize that that's a difficult name for a thing to have in Didyas, because that kind of describes a lot of things. But apparently it's a name. I'm trying to get Spababum to catch on to be this guy's name. We'll see if it takes hold. But I have reason to believe there's Spababum operating behind the scenes, and I think the Reanimator Guild should be on, watch, on guard for that.
Hmm. Well, at the very least, I thank you for bringing it up. When you're doing your research, you gotta have all your sources in order. If you find anything else out, I'd appreciate if you tell me with what Stiorra left in her note. It's concerning to say the very least.
Yeah, I'm sure Stiorra will figure it out. She's the smart one. She's gonna go meet with the Lycans and probably figure out the whole thing before we even see each other again. So I'm not super worried. I'm more concerned about Baron and his beef with this vampire accountant. Do you know anything about Luca, the vampire accountant?
She rolls her eyes greatly at this and goes, Luca. He's such a bore at every diet meeting, always citing, verse and contract laws from 1,000 years ago. He is correct, but does he have to be so boring?
I mean, he's got a cool mask. What's up with that? I thought vampires are mostly like old, kind of pale guys. This guy is like a weird creature.
What would be a vampire check? I think undead is normally like religion, right? So give me a religion check.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna roll that now. 9.
Oh, you got an 11 too. So you don't really know anything about it, but if you're chatting about it, what'll happen here is you'll get like an offhand comment from the doctor and go, "Oh yeah, we don't really treat vampires much, but I do think they get kind of weird here when they get old, and he is real old."
Okay, well, for everyone but pumpkins, older is stronger, so that's not good. I appreciate the help, even if you couldn't put my Peebus back inside.
I've got other ones you could take if you want those.
I was gonna say, is this like a take a toe, leave a toe situation where I could just get a liver and just pop it in there? Is that anything? Or you know what? I think I'm gonna wait until you create some sort of robo situation that I can affix down there.
Oh, I'm not really good at the whole mechanical aspects of it. They got all those nuts and bolts. I'm dealing with regular nuts, like the meat kind. It's a little penis joke there for you, trying to lighten the mood, considering your loss. Although, would you want one? Because I could give you more eggs, but they wouldn't really be your eggs, right? So I don't really know if that's what you're looking for.
Whoa, yeah, that's a trip. That's something to think about. Maybe if I was at a different point in my life, but I think I need to focus on raising Barbeau and not trying to get out there and get slutty with it right now. But if I ever do have a urge to fill my abdomen cavity with testicles, I guess, Dr. Doris, I know who to hit up.
Oh, wait, hold on. I need to look something up real quick.
How many testicles fit inside body?
Surgery, human. Well, no, this was a thing that used to happen. It was
there's a guy who replaced
John
people.
Brinkley, he would implant goat testicles in people.
I do remember the Sawbones episodes about that, yeah.
So you'll just have 1,000 goat testicles inside your body.
Yeah, my testosterone levels would be crazy. I would go turbo bald.
Well, you don't have you're a bug, so I don't think you have hair right now, despite your Kate Bishop picture.
Doctor Delightful, you're so narrow-minded. A bug could have a beautiful head of hair if we put his mind to it.
Girl, that's a weave, and we all know it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go take my big son for a walk, I guess. Whatever sons need.
I see that's Austin using his knowledge of his actual big son. The only thing that he likes being on walks and accidentally killing birds.
If you see any of my other loser children, tell them I'm dead. Never to look for me again.
Oh, well, I'm not allowed to release your medical records to anyone else, so you don't have to worry about that. And believe me, they come looking.
I know they do, Dr. Delightful. This time's gonna be different.
Give me a deception check.
Am I good at that? No.
And as you leave,
6!
Yeah, you don't believe it. Neither did she. As you are leaving her office, you see Dr. Cheezers is putting up a poster on the wall. And it says the yearly Monster Mash is coming soon, now open to everyone in Dynias. And it has a picture of two horrific Frankensteinish monsters beating the piss out of each other.
Okay. Do I just know that the Monster Mash is like a combat situation, or should I roll history to know what the Monster Mash is specifically?
I think, yeah, you've lived here for long enough. You'd know this. The Monster Mash in past years was the, it was in Inter-Reanimators Guild event where, the more combat-minded of this guild would create giant horrific monsters and make them fight each other, and whoever gets the farthest in the tournament. Wait, this is the Pokemon arc. I'm turning to the camera. It's the Pokemon arc. You guys know.
I knew there'd be a fighting tournament.
How frequently during this does the graveyard get smashed?
I mean, they're pre-smashed at this point. However, for the first time, it is being opened to the rest of Dynias to enter their, monsters. So the harvestkin might put in a big pumpkin monster. The vampires might put some sort of crazy blood thrall in there, things of this nature, etc., etc. The mom and pop monster makers entering their little projects in. Of course, there is fine print at the bottom saying, if you your monster loses, you forfeit all the body parts, yada, 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 et cetera, et cetera.
All right, Basque Legion is the meta. I think we can all agree in Dynias, so we'll figure out a rain team.
I mean, I'm quite partial to Choice Scarf Sneasler, but Basque Legion will do.
Laura, you're still rocking Sneasler with the Ariados counter?
Yeah, with the choice band, it's the choice scarf. It solves a lot of problems as a very quick turn on delete button.
I'm allowing this for the moment because I said this is the Pokemon arc, so enjoy it while it lasts.
Look, you don't want to go against my team that has Hisui and Zoroark on it purely as a mind game, not even for me to bring to matches, just so that they'll have to question, is that Hisui and Zoroark? I don't know.
Just takes fake out off the table. Yeah, it's great. Bye, Dr. Delightful. I love you.
Oh, goodbye, dear. Have a good night.
Oh, that's our team name now. We're the Nighty Knights. Tell everyone.
Oh, how delightful. Oh, that's me. And scene ends. And now I have more prose to read. Next up is the Baron. We see the prey. It had tasted blood uncountable times, but rarely its own. There was a new beast in its territory, and it hunted with a pack. The prey's wounds would not heal. Something was wrong. It couldn't remember when it last felt like this. A lie. It did remember. It remembered who it used to be and who it needed to warn. All right, Baron, who are you talking to and where are you at?
So we discussed a couple of ideas. We starting with the with the kids.
Yeah, I guess you want to be talking to Thresher and teaching the children.
Yeah. So for purely altruistic reasons, I'm sure you can all imagine, the Baron is going to dedicate some time to educating the youth during this downtime, with no ulterior motives whatsoever.
Yeah, and I think this is happening, with Thresher, who's like the lead, patch tender for Jack. He deals with, growing all the new harvestkin and making sure the the new generation is coming up in order and is young, dumb, and ready to kill, stuff like that. So you have an assortment of young, freshly grown harvestkin. What are the things you're saying to them?
So before I jump into this, I want to establish how capable of thought do these harvestkin come out the ground? Are they what sort of age group am I targeting my propaganda at?
I mean, harvestkin come out pretty fully formed. They just don't really know much about the world yet, but they're able to comprehend concepts and things of this nature.
I think of them like minions,
Yeah, I mean they're very they're chaotic little guys. You can think of them as a young harvestkin is your stereotypical dumb goblin.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of that one deleted scene from one of the Star Wars movies with the porgs, where one of them just accidentally blasts itself in the face with a lightsaber.
Yeah. Okay. Right, all of you. I know that a minute ago you were down in the ground and it was all sort of calm and dark down there, and there's a lot going on up here that you don't understand. That's why
we love it in the hole. We love being in the big hole.
I know, but you know what you're going to love even more? Capitalism and its ability to buy you an even bigger, darker hole if you get good at it.
One of the harvestkin raises their hands and says, why do we need to buy things when we can kill people and take it?
Well, see, you can kill people and take it. I fully support this, but also, sometimes there are things that are a little more intangible than what you can kill and steal, let's say...
Like ghosts.
Yes, like ghosts, exactly.
How do I buy a ghost?
Ghosts are immune to capitalism.
We'll get to that in a second. So, let's say... the problem with just killing people and taking their things is someone else might come along and kill you and take your things. What if there was something a little more intangible, a little more generic, that we could go, I cannot simply take your things because your things are a representation of wealth that you have a sort of ownership stake in, that you can sort of lay claim to.
Yeah, Thresher will put an arm around your shoulder, being far too maybe jovial for you. He's a friendly country boy, and says, "Yeah, it's like how every year you gotta plant your fields. If you completely fuck them up and rip everything out of the ground, in the future you're not gonna be able to get anything from it. But if you just kill them."
Right, if you kill them and take their things, they will not generate more things for you to take. That's a limited pool of things for you to take. If you engage in capitalism, you can sort of fool them into giving you their things for less than their things are worth, and then there is a constant new supply of things coming in for you to undermine their value and take from them.
Oh, it's a scam! We love scams!
Now you're getting it. The idea is, what if we just trimmed a little off the top, and that adds up, and they do all the work, and we're just enjoying the benefits of the little bit trimmed off the top, you see.
But Mr. Barrett, how do we get them to do that? Because that doesn't seem very pleasant.
Well, see, the way that I think we've got to be doing this is, you've got to obfuscate the value in a way that we have control over, so that they're a little bit separated from the value of their own things. You see, I've been working on a new strategy I think you're all going to love. So let's talk about currency here. So we were talking about this off air. The established currency that we have in the setting here is toes, correct?
Yes, that is the current physical currency. It's the toe standard.
Yeah, there is a the thing about toes as currency is there's a limited number of toes. It sort of keeps the currency from going, it's sort of inflating too much because there's only so many toes to go around. But the problem is, when people have their they physically have the toes, they control the value. What if people trusted us to sort of control the valuable toes, and we sort of abstracted it to a degree where we can start skimming off the top? I think what we've got to do is toe tags. Representative little tags that are, we could sell it to them as it's easier to carry around than toes, a bag of toe tags off of the corpses is more convenient for you than the actual toes. You leave the toes with us, we give you toe tags. At that point, we control the actual stable currency, and all we've given them is something that represents the currency that we could at any time go, sorry, actually, we're not going to honor the deal there. We own the toes. Sorry about that. This is how you do capitalism. You find ways to abstract people from their wealth and then fuck them over at the end of it.
Now another harvestkin raises their hands and goes, "Hi, Baron, skeptical harvestkin here. Loving what you're saying. Love the idea of scamming people. But when we tell them, hey, we're not giving it back, how do we stop them from, what's the word here? Killing us. That's the word."
Well, see, here's the thing, is when you own the wealth, you have a lot of control in the situation. So what we do is, before we tell them we're not giving you your currency back, we go to a small number of the largest, most powerful people and go, we will give you a number of toes to protect us when the mob comes. And then at that point, when we say we're not giving you your money back, we control the currency. We can afford to pay the people that keep them from taking their currency back. It's the wonderful thing about controlling the wealth is once you control it, it's very easy to use that wealth to insulate yourself from the consequences of capitalism.
Thresher pipes up here and goes, "Baron, loving what you're saying. I really like the idea of, just taking those bodies from them and the toes or what have you and sort of, growing monsters out of them. Really love that. Big thing here. Love doing that. But won't this only work once? Because as soon as you don't return them once, they'll never work with you again. How does that work with you?
That's the long-term way we do it. We're not going to jump straight to the end game of don't give them their toes back. Look, there's a bunch of children here. I wasn't going to get into all the complexities of this, but here's the bit in the middle that we do that we make this the long game.
I have a college degree.
There's some freshly popped out the ground harvestkin here,
Yeah, it coughs up the college degree that it got off of somebody it killed and ate.
So look, here's the bit in the middle where we play the long game, is once the toes are in our possession and we are giving them just sort of a representative value of it, they don't actually have any insight into the vault. They can't see how many toes we have, and fundamentally, we just give them the paper that sort of represents the value. We don't actually have to have that much on reserve at any one time. We can sort of fudge the numbers a little bit, as long as not every single person tries to withdraw all their toes at the same time. Fundamentally, the system works fine and nothing collapses. We don't tell them about that part, though, because that will undermine confidence in the banking structure. Once we can sort of fuck around with the value of these things, who's to say we don't just print some additional toe tags for toes that don't exist? That's just currency we can be spending to be purchasing goods and services of our own. It's going to cause inflation, but they won't know about that until it's too late for them, you see. There are so many ways you can mess with the market while you control the thing that's backing the currency.
I love that Laura very easily just foreshadowed the bank run arc that I will eventually have to do as a result of this without any effort on my part.
Right?
This has made my life much easier.
Look, I understand financial crises. I know how to bring them to a fantasy setting.
Yeah, you're British. It's your bread and butter. What was I gonna say? Thresher. He's scratching his big pumpkin chin. He's clip-clopping his horse hooves. He is a centaur monster, as we've discussed previously. He says, "Well, Baron, I'm liking the idea here. Of course, anything that gets us the stuff of the future. You'll obviously have to run it by old Jack for his stance on it, of course. But my one thought here is that I'm not certain how many people are really going to buy into this. You're going to have to work on your pitch there, because people like having their corpses, and you'd be giving them to them. For as far as I can tell, the only benefit being you can carry around the paper."
Well, yes, but look, it's all about the sales pitch. I'm giving you the sales pitch of come back me up in this, because, part of this is, if everyone else is doing it, it's much easier to sell other people on doing so. we can get this to a point where enough of our lot are on side that we can be like, oh no, this is just the done thing everyone's doing. Oh, you're still carrying your toes around manually. Oh, goodness gracious. But you sell other benefits to it. You go, well, what if someone broke into your house and stole your valuable toes during the night? You would have no protection. You'd have no evidence of this. Whereas if you have sort of an account where maybe you don't even have, toe tags to represent your toes, you just have a number in a ledger somewhere, then maybe that's insured. At that point, we start getting into insurance as a racket, which is another absolutely wonderful way to take people's money and give them nothing for it. There's a whole system, but we go like, oh, what if your toes got stolen? Maybe you give us some of your toe tags as part of a system where maybe you get reimbursed if you're stolen from. We sell them on the convenience factor. I own several businesses, and maybe businesses will stop accepting toes as currency. They'll only accept the toe tags. You just sort of create a culture where fundamentally it feels like they have no real choice but to move where the currency is moving.
We discussed how Baron has never left Dynia, so I just have to assume he got all of this from Capitalism for Dummies. He read one book and he was like, yeah, I'm fully in on this.
I think part of it is Capitalism for Dummies, and part of it is just parallel thinking, that he has come up with these ideas and he genuinely thinks he is the first person in the history of reality to have considered the banking system.
Hey, and you know who has been around for a really long time?
Yeah.
Your number one enemy. So I like how this is going. Thresher will say to you and say, look, I think there's, potential here as far as a scheme goes, but you will have to, run it by the old king here. I don't really know how he's going to feel about it. He's been trying to go along to get along. He's playing nice, all things considered.
Oh yes, but again, as long as we sell it as for their own benefit, we can sell it as everyone's coming together and coming along with modern times. You see, it's something that it'll be a water cooler conversation. People at work will be like, how are you getting on with this new system of how we're doing it now? I've heard they're maybe going to get rid of the quarter of a toe tag, the lowest bit of the currency. Oh, that'll be a bit unusual. It'll sort of I think it'll just become a cultural reference point at a certain point.
Now, is the plot of land that you're attempting to get from Old Lady Gristleteeth the plot of land you need to make the first Bank of Dynias?
I believe it is now, yes.
Okay.
I think that, in terms of particular reasons to make it there, it's it turns out it is an oddly fortifiable plot of land. It's very good for being able to see, hordes of people demanding their money back coming from a distance.
Yeah. Before we saw, the house, now it was up close. Now the camera zooms out. There's a big moat around it. There's two giant spikes. There's the giant bat that swoops by every so often.
The bedrock is deep enough that you can build a really, really good cellar vault so that people can't get to the toes once they're locked up. It's such a prime bit of real estate for a criminal enterprise.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to? What's your level up? What did you get here?
I should talk about that
for this episode. Yeah.
Yeah, my proficiency's gone up. I get something called brutal critical, which is when you get a D20 and you can add a damage die. I can now add an additional damage die on a crit. And that will go up a couple of times when I level up further, but I get two extra damage die on a crit now, which is pretty cool. I get a bit more rage damage, but I also should be talking about the stuff that I get with the pitchfork.
Yes.
So we decided on the pitchfork is going to give me advantage on saving throws from traps and environmental damage or from evasion. Basically, I'm using the big stick to trigger things from a distance before they hurt me, to avoid getting hurt by just randomly hurtful stuff.
Yeah, it's a +1 weapon, and it's giving you an advantage on like an environmental thing when you're searching and evasion against it if something does in fact trigger.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be, you're not just getting perfect evasion as a rogue feature in combat currently.
Yeah.
You need to, I don't know, I guess rip a rogue's legs off and take those for that. All right, is there anything else you'd like to do here? Anything you'd like to roll or say before you head out?
No, I think that's pretty good. I'm feeling good about my corruption of the youth today.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Oh god. One sec. Where's my perception? There it is. 20.
All right, you catch one of the harvestkin trying to steal your wallet.
I smack him around the head so hard that their harvest head's a little misshapen now.
Oh, you don't just kill them outright, you're just beating them a little bit?
I beat them enough that it is visible what I've done, and I go,
Uh-huh.
You're lucky I need you for, I need a positive crowd on my side. Next time you won't be so lucky.
You're lucky that your small hands fit inside my factory machines. We'll get there soon enough.
You're lucky I need you extolling the virtues of capitalism, which honestly, now that I've knocked your head about a bit, you'll probably be a little better at. Seems to make capitalism easier to swallow.
Yeah, he puts a finger up to its bloody pumpkin guts leaking mouth and goes, "Ain't I a stinker?" And we get a Looney Tunes fade out to the next scene, where I have prose to read. Again, my wonderful prose. I don't know if this is good or not.
I love this
Audience,
prose.
write in the comments.
Yeah.
I'm so scared all the time. Just generally, not really related to this. My biggest fear is bridges. I don't know why I'm still talking. Anyway, we see the woman. She stumbles on legs she barely remembers how to use, twisted and improperly formed. This was wrong. She isn't meant to be hunted, isn't meant to be weak, isn't meant to be afraid. The edge of her former hunting grounds is in sight. Maybe she can get there. Maybe she can get help. Maybe she can be the beast again. Stiorra, what's up with you? What's going on, girlfriend?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about, the world and these like narrations I keep hearing about a beast. It sounds really interesting. I want to know what's going on.
Yeah, there's a narrator following Stiorra at all times, talking about what's going on. It's the news update.
Yeah,
She's been watching
that's
the news.
the news here. It's basically just a person behind you talking about creepy stuff.
Yeah. And now the weather. Dark.
I am.
And it scuttles off into the shadows.
Stiorra is going to visit Roger of the pack. So she can talk to him and maybe glean a couple things off a conversation. I'm approaching. I don't know where the pack generally hangs out, Dan. This was sort of a teased faction in the first episode or one of the early episodes, and now I'm just interested in finding out what this whole group's deal is.
Yeah, so I didn't want to, dump 1,000 characters on you at the time, so I briefly introduced him and then moved on. I will drop a picture of Roger here in a minute, but you know where Roger lives. Your mother has, informed you because occasionally they have to send someone out to get him for these meetings. Roger lives on the edge of, Diney S City, in a small sort of unassuming, shack. Kind of. It's not. It's like right at the edge of the this sort of quote unquote civilized area, and butting up against the wilds. And strangely, it doesn't seem, as far as you're aware, to have any ring of candles or jack-o'-lanterns around it to provide an amount of protection. It is a managed and maintained area, although maintained quote unquote. It's got the classic horror movie kind of dilapidated look to it. That's just the style of architecture in this world. But it doesn't match your normal aesthetics. It's relatively honestly kind of bland. You would expect someone this important to be living larger, but it seems just like a pretty simple Jason Voorhees murder shack. And I assume you walk up the road to it, you knock on the door, and wait for it to open, or is there anything you'd like to do on the approach?
Yeah, I imagine Stiorra is looking over her directions, like triple and quadruple checking them, because she's just in her mind is like, it can't, like, he's one of the leaders of the factions of Dynias. Surely he could not live in, I mean, it appropriately creepy, but such a quaint commode, you know, it seems unlikely. But I am gonna approach, and I guess, do I have to ask, is it odd to go to somebody's place who doesn't have any kind of light protection for their establishment?
Give me a religion check.
I just gotta say, as far as malapropisms go, commode for abode is an all-timer. It's really
it's
good.
the place where he shits.
Yeah.
Just everywhere.
20 for a religion check.
Oh, so good. So beautiful, Quinn. I love it.
Thank you.
So it is odd, at least in the city, right? But what you know about, the pack, and something I'd like to just quickly make an aside, you refer to him as the leader. That might not necessarily be true. I don't think you really interact with them much, just the nature. Like, you live in two different worlds, right? He's at the very least their representative. In the larger affairs here. But I guess you probably don't really know much about him specifically or how he fits into their structure, right? Like, your mom isn't the leader of the reanimators. She's one of the only people willing to do the job. Same thing with Thresher and Luca as representatives for their groups, right? But you do know, like, these werewolves and other were creatures exist out in the woods and range pretty far. So they can't possibly be, lighting up the entire woods with lanterns and things like that. So they're doing something to protect themselves. You aren't really sure what, though. It might put you personally on edge a little bit. I don't really know how you feel about that. Maybe it's a little tantalizing. Yeah. It's a little spooky. I don't know.
I mean, I think Stiorra follows probably the common wisdom of Dynias, which is always try to be somewhere with a little bit of light, candles, something like that, jack-o'-lanterns. But in her heart of hearts, she's a moon freak, down and dirty. So if this is what it's about, if we're gonna raw dog the moonlight, then let's do it. Let's have a great time.
Okay, you knock on the door, and you from within you hear steps, slow and plodding, and the door creaks open, and you see the strangest being that's ever come across your skinless face before. A completely average-looking human peasant.
I'm sorry, I must have the wrong place. I thought this is where Roger lived.
Oh, hey, Stiorra. Yeah, it's me, Roger. I almost didn't recognize you without, the skin on your face. Do you not recognize me? That's a little hurtful. We've met a number of times, but, it's fine.
No, sorry. It's just usually we're inside of the diet building. There's more light there,
Oh, yeah.
You're kind of sitting in the dark.
Well, yeah, it's
pretty cool.
I've got a modest, life here. I don't have a ton of money to be spending on candles. Do you need something? Can I help you? Do you want to come in? Do you want something to drink?
Yes, I actually have a gift for you. And Stiorra is going to hand over the nun's legs that I have from before. And she's going to say, I thought maybe you or one of your pack might like these to snack on, gnaw on, whatever you'd like.
Oh, thank you. That's pretty kind of you. I don't really have a use for them, but I'm sure someone, when they come to make an offering, I can probably, pass it off to them, see if they would like it. Come in. And he steps out of the way. I can't underscore how average this human is. If you were looking at a bell curve, he is that high point for everything. Looks, appearance, height, etc. Completely perfectly average. He's
this guy's 5'8", average, face size, everything like that.
7-inch penis, just completely average.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, 19-inch cock, exactly. 52-inch BBL. Etc. Yeah, he's just have you ever seen those pictures where they do they take a bunch of pictures of a person from a particular ethnic group,
the face morphs.
Yeah, just to get the average appearance of a person living there. It's like that, but just for the concept of a human.
Now, Dan, I need to roll, I believe, an insight check at this point to make sure that this is is this a natural thing, or is this some kind of sorcery that has been cast on this person to make him as average as possible?
I'm actually going to ask you to make a medicine check.
Oh, that's much better than insight. Thank you. 22.
Okay. So, you know that there are a lot of different kinds of, like shape changers in Diny S. But a big thing is that the nature of the moon basically forces them to either be in their like hybrid or like the fully transformed state. Like if you're your standard werewolf, right? You could probably take a human form. You could probably take a werewolf form. You could probably take a wolf form. You almost certainly cannot turn back into a regular human because the moon is always out, right? So the fact that he is a regular human, as far as you can tell, and is their representative, is very strange. And in fact, he does, as I've repeatedly iterated, he is completely normal. Like, most people in Diny S for any period of time get something weird about them eventually, even if it's minor. You don't, like, he's not stripped naked in front of you, right? So you can't, like, see everything about him. But you're getting the sense that this dude is, like, almost completely unchanged.
Okay.
As far as you can see.
Interesting. These are good things to know, Dan. I need all the lore on the werewolf people I can get, because if Stiorra dies, my next character is going to just be Were-Garurumon. I'm just going to say that now. So in case we get there.
I love Were-Garurumon. He wears jeans.
I know, he wears jeans and he punches people. How else could you make something cooler?
I'm a big Digimon fan. I will say it is weird that Gabumon goes to Garurumon, so he's now quadrupedal again, and then he goes back to bipedal, and then back to quadrupedal again. It's an odd choice.
I don't like that he loses the genes. Why doesn't Metal Garurumon also have genes?
Yeah, but he's still quadrupedal. He's just wearing the jeans.
Imagine how strong Sneasler would be if she had jeans.
Look, sometimes Were-Garurumon, sometimes the legs hurt and he's gotta go down on all fours, so sometimes the back hurts. It's, it's posture getting up and down.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy that I'm the Digimon moron in this call. I thought I have above average Digimon knowledge for the average human being, but no, I am the Digimon fool compared to you all.
You gotta get up to speed, Austin. You've gotta be up to speed on both monster collecting franchises at once.
I saw the Digimon movies in theaters.
It's like you don't even know there's a difference between Were-Garurumon and Black Were-Garurumon.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly. There's all this talk about, what like 4chan green text is going to be adapted next into a horror movie. I hope they do the one where the Angela Anaconda short at the start of the Digimon movie caused that kid's divorce.
No. It's got to be the one about how you must not harm the cylinder.
Yeah.
Perfect. God, they're still releasing Digimon. I'm sorry, Quinn, this is your scene, but I'm just looking at all the new Digimon they're releasing now.
Oh, did they have like little press releases? They're like, now introducing Glorbomon.
I mean, kinda. Like, they release probably, I think, one a month. The newest one is Bearcatmon, which is, I mean, that's just kind of a lady. But,
I want to ask more, but I guess I would be refuting the idea of playing Dungeons & Dragons at this point if I just ask you more clarifying questions about Digimon.
Well, here's the thing. We spent so much time talking about Pokemon. We can have a little Digimon time. That's a treat.
I'll ask you about Digimon on your next birthday, Dan. How about that?
Okay. All right. Well, mark the time in the next, 365 days or whatever. He invites you in. You enter into the shack. It's pretty plain. There's a small wood burning stove, a cot in the corner of the room, some minor personal effects. It's very sparse, very I guess kind of bland, like this man.
Yeah.
Very average. He starts putting a skull on the stove to boil you up some tea.
Aw. Stiorra is gonna, take a seat, and she's looking around, but she is, she's not judging this guy right now, because I think even though she knows in her mind, there's probably something more going on, I think she also just knows that this is, essentially like a colleague. This is somebody like in the same kind of, sphere that she's in. So she's just generally deferring to give respect, even though in her mind she's like, you could really use some like spider legs, or like, I don't know, maybe like shark head or something like that. I think would really kind of give you some more zhuzh.
There are some personal effects in here. They all seem rather you'd almost think of them as like hiking focused, you'd say. stuff to be out in the woods. But it's almost more like like a coworker, like a modern human coworker that would be like go out hiking, right? Rather than rather than like mystical or really really super spooky in nature. He hands the skull eventually starts screaming, signaling the tea is boiling. He pours you a cup into yet a smaller skull
that also starts screaming to let us know the tea's ready.
Yeah. And goes, So, what can I do for you? We don't have a meeting today or anything. So I know you're probably not coming to me unless something bad happened. Did something bad happen? Do we need to make a decision?
No,
or?
not like that. I was more looking for, I guess, an opportunity to connect. Maybe see if we can help one another.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'd be perfectly happy to do that. Do you mean so as together? Because I mean I'm flattered. But that's not. I'm not really looking for that right now.
If you all are interested in something like that, please let me know as soon as possible. Like she's gonna put her hands on his. Like, please tell me if you ever want that.
Give me a what's a seduction check here? Just give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, this is the one that went down a number though. 13.
He's not against the idea. There's something about you, even with your missing face, that's just so magnetic. He does. Hold on. Stock photo of man blushing. You could just imagine the joke that I've done by looking that up. So I don't have to spend the time
you get the idea.
Getting the picture. Yeah, you get the picture. Yeah. And goes, I'll think about it. But like, in what way do you want to? There's not really much to say about me. I'm kind of. He releases a frustrated sigh. Boring.
What makes you think you're boring? You live out in the middle of the edge of town with no lights on. I imagine wild things happen to you all the time.
When you say wild things, he kind of like props his hands up and looks out the window and goes, I wish, but that's not my life anymore.
Well, I guess I'll get down to business. I'm in the search right now for a new face. Skin Monster stole my old one, so I kind of need something new.
Well, I don't have a face here, but I guess I could try helping you with that. Some of the the other shape changers out there, they leave me I guess tribute for the job I'm doing. So sometimes there's a head involved in that. Do you want me to just see if next time they bring one over and I could send it your way? I don't really have a use for it, to be honest with you. I mostly just take whatever items, their trinkets they leave and pawn them for whatever I need. Actually, well, that teapot over there was one of the heads. If I knew, I would have kept the skin, but c'est la vie.
Yeah, that's okay. I think maybe if there's anything you have that's extra, I'll be happy to take it. I just need to find something to replace the hard work my mother did.
Yeah, I mean, I assume your mother grew it herself? No, she probably, I guess, took it from someone else.
I believe that my friend Desiree was the one who supplied most of my original body.
She makes skin? I thought she was a Oh, you mean killing. She killed someone. Okay. Yeah, that checks out. Yeah, I can do that for you. I don't really have anything I would want in return. I live kind of, simply, as you can see here, but if you have something you think might, I guess, help the cause, as he gives a kind of little fist bump in the air and says, feel free to, shoot it my way.
Well, what is your interest in helping out with this sort of alliance of diny-ass groups? Why represent your people at all?
Well, I mean, most of them kind of can't. It's harder for them. I mean, individually, there's your occasional werewolf or werebat or what. There's a lot of shade. There's thousands of them, all different kinds. Do you know how many things could turn into a wolf at night? A lot. There's a bunch, and they don't all. They're not the same. They don't all get along. They don't all really talk to each other. And some of them are, I guess, you could say more wild than others. They don't really dig the whole, city thing they got going on here. To be honest, for a long time, I wasn't either. And then I am the way I am now. So if I can't be out in the woods, I guess I kind of have to be here. And the best thing I can do is help out where I can and protect the interests of, everyone out there in the wilds.
Are you like a were-human? Like you will become a human when the moon is full? And that's why you're always out here? Or if this is an inappropriate question, let me know. But I was only born a short time ago, so manners are new to me.
I am this many years old as you hold up to your two hands with an unknown number of fingers. It could be anything.
Who knows?
He winces as you say that and goes, yes, I came to Tiny S to get away from something that, well, frankly, was scaring me. And unfortunately, I have found a bigger fear than I could have possibly imagined. But this is my life now. I am Roger.
Now, is that Roger with a D or?
Let me pull up my notes. No D.
Oh, okay. A very common spelling of Roger, then. You're a humble person. I appreciate that. Though I do believe you would do fantastic with, like, maybe a caterpillar body for a torso. You could spin everything around here into silk cocoons. It would be phenomenal, I imagine.
He shakes his head and says, doesn't work.
What do you mean it doesn't work?
I mean, I'd prefer to not be Roger. I used to not have a name. I used to be, a beast of the woods, a beast of the forest. And now I'm Roger. And everything I do doesn't work. So I'm stuck. I guess the worst, scariest thing that could happen to me has happened. And it simply is unchangeable. And there's this sort of strained frustration coming into his voice as he's talking about this as you're bringing up a particular pain point for him. But as he starts getting angrier, it then dies back down because he's the perfect human average.
This is, and forgive me for saying this, but you are a medical marvel in a way. You're saying that if we attempted like surgery to splice you together with something, it simply wouldn't take?
He kind of shrugs. Most, were beings regenerate. And I regenerate to this.
Would you like to be part of an experiment?
Sexually, or what are you offering here? You said, sew together before. I've been signed up for a lot of cults, so this happens to people in offices a lot. That's a side note from me, Dan, real life. People will try to get you into a cult very often.
Oh yeah.
What kind? Like a sleep study?
Sort of like a medical moon study. I need to find out what my eyes do, and you seem like you might be able to take anything that happens, so you would be a fantastic candidate for that.
Yeah, blast him.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Hold on. He'll say, like, he kind of shrugs and says, sure. I mean, nothing will happen. Nothing ever happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna blast him full of my melted eye energy.
Yeah. So, your eyes start leaking this viscous black oil again as you gaze at Roger, and you get this sense of like, how would I put this? The feeling of like giving an ant a sugar cube and it runs back to its hive to get the rest of the ants to bring it back to bring this bounty home, and then you remove the sugar cube before it gets there.
It's like something is trying to happen, but it can't. Like by the time he's ready for it, it just doesn't.
More like you are the thing fucking with the ant.
Oh.
You are enjoying the feeling of fucking with him, fucking with an ant greatly.
That should be how the spell descriptions are written in the book. It's like fireball. You cast a spell, and it kind of feels like if you tried to give an ant a sugar cube, and it went to tell its friends. By the time it got back, the sugar cube was gone. 8d6 damage.
Yeah. Well, that would be psychic damage, Austin. That's psychic lance. Yeah, it's you get the feeling of like perverse enjoyment.
Dan, I don't know if I need to do a roll. Does the moon like to fuck with this guy?
You can't give me a religion check.
12.
So 12 is very average.
Just like this guy.
Yeah. You know what? You got it. You would think that maybe, yeah. He mentioned that this is like the biggest fear he could possibly have. This might be his curse. Like he referenced coming to Tiny S to get away from something, and he found something worse.
I think I might make it my personal mission to try to find a way to experiment on you and have it stick, Roger, if that's something you'd like.
He nods in a very average fashion, a perfect, 75-degree angle, and says, I would, appreciate that. I mean, anything to get back to the way I was.
What were you before?
He gotta, shakes his head and says, I don't really like to talk about that.
Oh, my apologies.
If it doesn't work, he could just get tied up in a room somewhere where we keep stealing his toes over and over and over.
We're gonna break this economy.
I think potentially like werewolf toes cost less or like worth less, things that regenerate, right? So you can't just be fucking up the economy. Or maybe
but these aren't obviously werewolf toes, are they?
These look like regular guy's toes.
Or they rot faster, maybe. Oh, frankly, I just have to point this out. We have walked into the 40k teeth economy for orcs. This is literally how orcs do things. Flash gets have teeth that grow faster but rot faster.
Laura, you need to do the in-universe TikTok where you're like infinite toe glitch, when it's actually just fraud.
Yeah. Look, if you go to the toe bank and you you give them a piece of paper that says you own some toes, they'll give you the toes, but you don't actually have the toes. It's a glitch.
Hold on, I'm taking a picture of my cat's toes right now. I'll give you that for free. It's free on the house.
Tootsie, post feet.
I'm posting it in the general chat. And you know what? I'm giving this to the Dice Fuck fans. I'm putting this in the Tiny S chat and say this will make sense in several months.
Oh man, where Garumon's so cool. Just look at him.
I literally have in my notes, Garurumon rocks sick jeans, is in my notes.
Why does he have brass knuckles? He doesn't need them, but it makes him look so much cooler.
Why did fucking Terriermon evolve into a Digimon with chain gun arms and also jeans? Cause it's sick. Cause it's badass. Anyway, yeah, he's gonna say, I'll be happy to try anything. And again, if there's something I can, I guess, help you with. Do you have any other questions for me? I can answer them to the best of my ability.
Sure. Do you have a particular feeling towards, she's kind of angling for some gossip here. Like, have you heard anything about anyone inside of the diet building? Any rumors or scuttlebutt going on?
He kind of shakes his head no and says, not really. They don't, a lot of the people, they don't really like to talk to me outside of, the meetings. I make, people in Tiny S, uncomfortable, because of the way that I am.
Yes, it's a great thing, right?
It's uncomfortable in a different way. It's hard to explain.
Whoa, why does Canada have like a footsie coin? What is this?
Oh, this is a pervert made this. Here's how I know. Whenever I've seen someone post foot fetish art, they go in on the wrinkles on the feet. A true degenerate made this coin.
This is a Canadian $10 coin, apparently to commemorate new children born in 2023.
No, this is
Why do they have size
coin.
11 feet?
So I need to stop looking at this. I'm so Quinn, you were saying questions for the werewolf man. What's going on?
Yeah, sorry. I want to know. Basically, I want to catch a feeler. Like if I drop the news about I would not Keeper. What's his name? The
Awful.
The Koffel. I wanted to call it the Grendel, but that's a different thing as well. The Koffel. Like, do I think this is somebody who would be receptive to that news? I don't know if you need me to make an insight check at this point.
Yeah, make an insight check. Try to like take a temperature on like.
Oh, I botched.
Botch. Okay, I'm gonna pocket that for later. I think.
Fuck.
Let's see here.
But I get an idea?
You don't really know. Again, he's so average. It could go in any direction.
Oh my god. Oh god. If I consider the average white male voting record though, he's probably on the Koffel side.
Yeah, he's
probably like the Koffel's really gonna fix this economy, I think.
Potentially. You do know that famously, the fucking were creatures generally don't like civilization or people from New Leon.
Yeah, but I don't particularly either. But yeah, all right, that's good. I'm gonna keep that knowledge close to my chest, and I'm mostly going to come away from this being like, okay, like I don't think Roger's necessarily an enemy there, but I don't know if we want to necessarily keep him up to date with anything going on until necessary.
Mm-hmm. What's your update, Quinn? What's your upgrade? What do you got? What do you got going on?
Oh yeah, I got a couple things. We're level 9 now, so I get access to my level 5 spells now for the first time, which means that all my moon phases get an additional spell that I have access to, which is very, very nice. I'll probably showcase some of those in upcoming episodes. But I also took the tentacle that I took from the alien and sewed it into my belly, my stomach basically, and it has an attack associated with it now where the tentacle will lash out and attack the opponent, and if it hits, it will rip part of them off and bring it back into my belly for digestion, which means healing hit points.
Oh, I thought we were going with the fling.
Oh, that's the fling. Yeah, it does a fling actually instead. The forget the other thing.
Okay, yeah, I gave her the attack that the spaceship did. We're just calling it the spaceship now. No one in the universe knows what spaceship is in this case, but they're just calling it now. So whatever, fine, it's great, it's wonderful. The moon mick. Is it just coming out of your tummy and picking up the teacup? The skull as you sip it.
I do think there are times where her hands are occupied and the tentacle does like sort of slink out of her body and does start to like interact with things as like a third limb.
When you said, I want a connection, you put both hands and then the tentacle on him?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I was like, if you want to become a big mass of werewolves, please let me know. And yeah, like hands on top of his and then maybe the tentacle stroking his chin.
Yeah. And as this conversation is winding down, you hear like a pained moaning coming from outside.
Ooh, sounds like something outside the door. Stiorra's gonna say, obviously monotone, but with excitement, if you could pick up on it. She's like, in parentheses, excited.
Parentheses, horny.
Something's outside.
Are you gonna open the door or let him do it?
Does he like motion that he's going to do it? Like, is this the thing where we hear the sound and like we both turn and like look towards the sound, or is this dude just like, oh god, are those squirrels again? Like, this is his house, right? Like, I assume he would get first grasp at it.
Yeah, I think he turns and like gets up and starts to go to the door. Unless you want to do anything to stop him or not, he's just gonna open
but
it.
I am gonna follow him. So like, if this is like a dragon that's gonna breathe fire, into the place, I want to get blasted with it.
Yeah, as he like gets to it, there's like a pounding on the door, and he opens it up, and a woman covered in blood and patches of scales falls to the ground in front of him, and says, "They're coming. There's an entire pack of them, and they're coming." And she collapses unconscious. Her body is riddled with wounds and arrows. Give me a medicine check.
Yeah. Botch again.
No way.
She dies.
No!
And then we end the episode.
Oh, I'm sorry. I killed the NPC.
Okay, here's what happens. You botch again, and you grab onto one of these arrows, and you try to pull it out. And you rip it out of this body. And as you do so with such force that you stumble backwards and slash Roger across the face by mistake. This silvery metal grazes him, and he screams bloody murder as his face begins to contort and change. And that's where we'll end the episode.
I fixed him. See? Yeah. You just need to hit you with a little bit of silver, buddy. You're all good now.